Do you remember looking at the Guinness Book of World Records as a child and thinking, wow, that must be the coolest man alive? He has a huge nose. But not all of us want to really beat that record, now do we? The people on this list have managed to do the impossible. Their feats are so unbelievably hard to beat that you sometimes wonder if these people are actually human. Putting the alien theories aside, this world of ours is filled with people doing amazing things. Whether it was Lady Luck or just pure talent and dedication, which helped them set these unbelievably difficult records, we're now going to look at 10 records that are impossible to beat. Let's jump into this world of crazy and awe-inspiring individuals, shall we? Number 10. Most Olympic medals won. Have you ever heard of the Michael Phelps diet? If you didn't know, Michael Phelps eats 12,000 calories a day. To put that in perspective, that would be the equivalent of eating 5 days worth of food in one. He's considered by some to be the fastest and undoubtedly the best swimmer who's ever walked the face of the earth. Michael Phelps is a true legend when it comes to swimming. For God's sakes, the man has won more medals in his career than 161 countries. He holds a total of 28 medals, 23 of which are gold, 3 are silver, and only 2 are bronze. Did you know that this man managed to win 8 gold medals at the Beijing 2008 Olympics? That way, he beat Mark Spitz's record, which he set in 1972, winning 7 gold medals. After the 2012 London Olympics, he announced that he would be retiring, but to his fans' surprise, he showed up again at the 2016 Olympic Games. Number 9. The heaviest human. If you think puberty is tough as is, what would you think about a 12-year-old boy who weighed 294 pounds? That's the story of John Brower Minnick, who was born September 29, 1941 in Seattle, Washington. He began life as a normal child, but as puberty hit, he grew bigger and bigger. He was pretty tall, measuring 6'1", but his size was no match for his weight. When he was 22, his weight surpassed 500 pounds. He set a world record when he married his wife as the couple with the largest weight difference. John also has 2 children with Jeanette. At the age of 36, he was hospitalized due to respiratory failure. Just to transport John, it took 12 firemen and a specially designed carrier to get him to the hospital, where he was placed on 2 beds pushed together. His endocrinologist told him that he had a generalized edema, in which the body retains water. 900 pounds of his body weight was retained water. The heaviest he has ever been was 1,400 pounds. He managed to lose 924 pounds by being placed on a restrictive 1,200 calorie per day diet. Number 8. Fastest car crash survivor. Art Arfins will remember November 17, 1966 for 2 reasons. He had reached the world's fastest speed achieved by a vehicle on the Bonneville Salt Flats near Wendover, Utah, an astonishing 610 miles per hour. And the second is the fact that he managed to get out alive from the world's fastest car crash with only a few bruises. The car that Art built himself was called the Green Monster, and get this, he used a jet engine to construct this monstrosity. It was powered by a J-79 engine, which he recovered from the local scrapyard from an F-104 Starfighter. He had trouble figuring out how the engine worked because the plane was classified. But nevertheless, when the front wheel bearing seized, the car went tumbling for more than a mile down the road, and Art recovered from the crash with only cuts and bruises. Number 7. The largest kidney stones. Vilas Guje from Mumbai, India, officially set the record you would never want to beat. He had a 5-pound, 11-inch kidney stone removed from his left kidney. He said no to the doctor for 18 years due to fear of surgery, but when the pain intensified, he had no other option. So, on February 18, 2004, he went to the R.G. Stone Urological Research Institute, and the surgeon who took the stone out was Dr. Hemendra Shah. They were both immediately placed in the Guinness Book of World Records due to the size of the stone. The surgeon used a minimum invasive technique where she cut up the stone into smaller pieces using a razor and took it out. The operation took several hours to complete. Number 6. Longest Minecraft marathon. Minecraft has become so popular that people, adults and kids alike, spend most of their lives playing it, building magnificent sites, castles, and even real-life replicas of cities. Inspired by this trend, the Magical 1 have decided to have the longest-running marathon playing the game, all of which is uploaded on his YouTube channel. He's not that famous when it comes to gaming channels, having only 554 subscribers. His gaming vlogs and walkthroughs cover a wide range of games from horror to shooting to puzzles and so forth, but when he decides to have the longest-running Minecraft marathon, which lasted 35 hours and 35 minutes and 35 seconds, he had a cause. He used this opportunity to raise money for cancer research on his Just Giving page. Turns out, it's not just about Minecraft. Number 5. The farthest a man was thrown by a tornado. Oh, you definitely don't want to beat this record, but Matt Suter on March 12, 2006, realized he was a very lucky man. He was 19 years old when the accident occurred. The tornado happened in Fordland, Missouri, when Matt was visiting his grandma and his disabled uncle in their mobile home. He tried to close a window in the home wearing nothing but boxers, and that's when he heard a thundering roar. The high school senior described the noise as if 10 jet fighter planes were headed towards them. The front and back doors flew off, and the entire home started to jiggle like jello. That's when Suter was sucked into the vortex and thrown some 1,300 feet from where he was standing. Amazingly, he woke up in a field with only a small wound on his head. His grandmother and uncle survived the disaster unharmed as well. That's what we call luck. Number 4. Most bones broken. Are you even surprised it's Evel Knievel who set this record? The man tried to make a motorcycle jump at Caesar's Palace that would have been 140 feet long over the fountain. Sadly, he got injured in the landing and ended up with numerous fractures. But this wasn't the time nor the place where he got his groundbreaking 433 bones broken. It was in the winter of 1976 when he tried to jump over a tank full of sharks with his motorcycle. This attempt was almost fatal. A cameraman lost an eye, and Knievel decided to stop all major performances after this one. He later took his son on tours where he performed only small stunts and helped his son make a name for himself in the business. Number 3. Most children in a family. How many children would you say this Russian woman had? 10? Higher. 20? Higher. 30? Higher. 40? Then don't make me laugh. Okay, let's get to the actual number. You're never going to figure it out anyway, so we might as well tell you. Mrs. Vasilyeva from Shuya, Russia gave birth to 69 children. Yup, you heard me, 69! And none of them were born single. She gave birth to twins 16 times, 7 times she gave birth to triplets, 4 times she gave birth to quadruplets. So 32 plus 21 plus 16 equals 69. People from Moscow didn't believe it was possible, and that's when the monastery of Nikolsk gave Moscow the birth certificate of every baby boy in the Vasilyev family until 1782. But wait, there's more. This is only from Fyodor's first wife. From his second wife, he had 18 more children, which equals 87 children in one family, only 3 of which unfortunately died, and 84 of them were alive and well. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. We might even feature it on future videos. Number 2. 188.83-ton plane pulled by an individual. When the Canadian pastor isn't in church, he can be seen on his front lawn lifting Atlas balls and flipping tractor tires. Kevin Fast says that he's been gifted with enormous strength from God and he's been using it for good. He's set multiple Guinness World Records, and the money from each has gone to charity. He says that he wants to help the less fortunate. He has pulled everything imaginable that you can pull, and he's now attempted to pull a 188.83-ton CC-177 Globemaster III plane on September 17, 2009. He managed to drag the plane for 1 minute and 41 seconds, 45 of which were used in gaining momentum, and then the plane started moving. After the 45 seconds, he zoned out and his brain took over. His son had to slap him in order to stop. Number 1. 762 home runs in a career. Barry Bonds is the man you don't want on the opposing team when it comes to baseball. He was a very popular player in Major League Baseball, playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Francisco Giants. His awards include 8 Gold Glove Awards, 12 Silver Slugger Awards, and an incredible 7 National League MVP awards as well during his 22 seasons. But besides all these awards, he's famous for something else. He managed to beat Hank Aaron's record of 755 home runs in a career, scoring 762 home runs himself. If you want to beat this, you would have to average 40 home runs per season for 19 seasons. If you lower that down to 35, you'd need 22 seasons to beat the record. But let's say you average about 25 home runs per season. Then you would need 30 seasons plus 13 more home runs. And if you start playing at age 20, you will have beaten this record by the time you're 50. So good luck, y'all. That's our list. What Guinness World Record do you think is impossible to beat? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and ding the notifications bell to never miss any future uploads. And as always, thanks for watching.